All right, guys, let's talk about what guides put in their tackle box, in their tackle bag. And we have come to the right place. We get questions all the time. What do you guys throw? What do you guys throw? What about this bait? What about this reel? What about that rod? Well, my man, my man, Mike Butler, you got guides coming through here, all our friends, of course, Caleb and such. And so let's pull the curtain back, man. Let's just be honest. Forget about who likes what, who sponsors what. You see guides coming through here.
Correct.
They have particular things that they like.
Yeah.
All right. So let's shop like we're a guide for the Bite Me listeners. Like, well, we'll start with the big stuff here with reels, and then we're going to go all the way through the store. We're going on a little shopping trip, Rick. I mean, Mike.
Okay, awesome. On the reel side, you know, they're the top brands we have here. Lew's, very popular. There's a variety of models. You got the Custom Light, the Team Light, the Inshore series. Then from there we go into Shimano, and depending on what kind of reels they've got, you've got the Corrados, the SLXs, you've got some of the higher end stuff, Metaniums, Aldebarans, things of that nature. Those are good sellers. You see a lot of guys using that equipment. Baits, new kid on the block, if you will. A lot of their hundo reels gotten very popular. Very popular. Really taken off. We're selling a lot of those lately. Great product. Texas-based company too, so they got that going for them.
So let's grab a couple. Like if a guide comes in here, they're going to maybe grab that right there. Yeah. The DC 150. DC.
That's a good one to hand to a customer. It's got that digital controller in it.
Yeah.
And you can set that where you really can't backlash it.
Yeah, no backlashes. Yeah. And then there's your Baits Hundo.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's been a popular seller lately.
We're going to be fishing just like the pros.
Yeah. Something else. For wade fishing, the Boga Grip. Yeah. It's important to get a Boga Grip, get a float for it. Yeah. If you happen to drop it, that's $150. Yeah. It's a little sacrifice to the fish god. It stings a little bit.
It does sting. All right.
So these are a few items.
I think they do use rods.
Yes. On the rod side, some of the more popular things we have here, Laguna, local company here in Katy, Waterloo, Sarge, they all build rods specifically for the Texas coast. That is what they do. They're local companies, and they build rods for what we do. Those are some of the more popular brands. I mean, we've got some others in here from Old AT and H&H, some G. Loomis rods, some Shimano stuff. Various price points, but if I'm a guide,
well, grab a couple.
Yeah, typically
I'll hold them, all right. Or we'll put them back. But we would grab something like this.
This is a Laguna Texas Wader 2, sort of a medium action. You can feel how light that thing is.
I might have one of these right here myself, except mine has the Texas A&M logo.
There we go.
So that's one somebody, like some guides might grab.
Let's see. Here's another one. This is a Waterloo HP Light. That's kind of a lighter action. Mattel's rod. They've got some other ones. The Slam Mag, the Carbon Mag that get into more top waters, Corkies, that sort of thing. Yeah.
All right. So we won't carry those in our basket, but grab your basket. Okay. We're going to go fishing this weekend like a guide. Yeah. And of course, the guides always grab a little bit of OG sauce, of course, just for when they get home. Yeah. All right. So what are we going to do? We're going fishing.
Yeah. So, depending on the customers, I mean, we have a selection here of popping corks. A lot of guides, you know, their customers are going to want to throw something like that. So, we're going to grab a selection of the different kinds of popping corks. We're just going to go, for sake of expediting here, Midcoast. Okay. One of our more popular brands. We've got several here. 4 Horsemen, Midcoast, Phillips Tackle, some of the Cajun corks, EJs. Most of these are local companies. So, again, they're local, Texas-based companies, and 4 Horsemen's out of Louisiana. But anyway. So some good quality products. If you're going to throw, a lot of guys are throwing like gulp or some artificial shrimp under a popping cork. Yeah. And that'll work sometimes when other stuff won't.
Yeah. All right. So where are we now?
All right. Wading gear.
Wading gear.
I mean, everybody's going to need a good pair of pliers. We carry a variety of brands, but for the purposes of this, hook set. Yeah. We'll go with that. It's a good aluminum plier. Won't rust, won't corrode. It's got the line cutters in it that if they get dull, you can change those out. So keep them sharp.
Okay, so we're getting going here, man. Yep.
Fish bags. Yeah. Again, for sake of what we're doing here, we're going to show hook set. We've got another nice one over there by Obsession Fishing. It's got a magnetic closure. But what we're doing now is for tournaments, we see a lot of, or wade fishermen want to keep fish alive. Fish bag's the way to do it. Yeah. You put fish on a stringer, typically in a few minutes they're going to die. Yeah, they're going to die. In a fish bag, they tend to stay alive longer.
You mentioned we might need a float for that Boga Grip.
Yeah, we have a selection here from a variety of folks. Mario, our lanyard fella, he makes some. We got some here from Sticky Pants, Hook Set. There's a selection here from a variety of vendors. Again, Mostly Texas-based companies, local folks.
That's what we like to hear. All right, so I guess we got to throw some baits, huh?
Yeah.
I guess we got to throw some baits.
I mean, overall, in the mornings, you're going to start off with some soft plastics. Get something dark for in the morning.
Top waters,
yeah, some top waters. Start off first thing in the morning. It's a good one to go with.
We're all taking note of the colors here.
Okay,
now.
Well these
they do.
Yeah, some of my personal favorites. And, you know, and this is stuff. A lot of the guys that come in the shop here, these are things that they buy.
That they'll be grabbing.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we keep going. We don't worry about the gulp. You've mentioned that already. Then we get into some of these softer.
The Corkies. We're kind of, I would say, out of the season. I mean, in my opinion, Corkies will work year round, but we have a very extensive selection of Corkies here.
Look at this.
And that's the Fat Boys, the Soft Dine XLs.
And you got all of them.
Yep, we got the ones from Texas Custom Lures.
All right, we want to know your colors, man.
Marsh. I mean, we've got.
Come on, don't be bashful. We're not going to hurt anybody's feelings.
If I'm going to East Matagorda, it's going to be that one.
Okay.
The hothead. We sell a bunch of these to folks that fish East Matagorda. East Matagorda tends to be a little more off color for the most part. Something like that really stands out. It's a good bait.
All right, maybe Clearwater. Grab one.
Yeah, Clearwater. Man, we're going to go with the. Where is it? The Texas Chicken. One of Caleb's favorites. Where do we have that one?
Up here?
No, right there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, good all around. Pink back, chartreuse belly, pearl.
Man, that is my bait.
Natural pattern.
That is my bait right there. I can't tell you how many times I've thrown that myself. All right. So we're going to get some soft plastic?
Yep. We'll head over here.
This is what the guides do.
Yeah. The Little Johns. We sell a lot of Little Johns. A lot of the guides are using those. I've had my behind handed to me by guys fishing Little Johns because I didn't have them with me. And yeah. So we have a variety of colors of those. Of course, we have the Deadly Dudleys.
Yeah,
also.
man. Yeah, man. Oh, hey, wait, whoa. Yeah. Isn't there used to be a wall right here?
Just a couple of weeks ago, in fact, there was a wall here. So
you expanded your store.
We did expand the store. We've added 1,400 square feet. We moved all of our apparel and waders and everything over here. So
that means more bait, more everything.
More of everything. Yes, we are expanding, adding new products.
I feel like I'm kind of walking into a third dimension here.
So yeah. This is one of the popular baits that I really like. You know, Michael at Tails.
Oh, yeah.
He hit a home run with that deal, putting that worm rattle in the tail of that bait.
Yep.
Adds an extra dimension of sound to that bait that, man, really sets it apart.
Give me two colors. Yep. I'm not going to let you off the hook, so to speak.
There's a good one. Well, I'll tell you what. That's the one I meant to grab right there. Is the old, the chicken of the sea, if you will, with a low belly. And then, of course...
Can't go wrong with that.
Is hard to beat.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks, they'll want something light. I tend to lean towards darker colors personally, but you know, a lot of the guys are going to want something in pearl, that that salt and pepper and chartreuse tail.
Yeah.
Excellent choices.
Yeah, if you're looking to what I throw, it might be that one right there. It might
that
be
bone diamond.
Yeah,
like
baby.
That.
Yeah, baby. Yep. What else we got over here?
Man. Let's see. Soft
hey, look at DOA. How about Mark knocking it out of the park?
Yep.
By the way, I did get me a couple of these. I'm determined to catch a redfish on these.
You know, I've heard a lot of stories about those. I've never caught a fish on one of them. But
I've tried just a couple times. I'm gonna.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
So
now look at this right here. Look at that color.
Yep.
So DOA, obviously, they're kings. I mean, they've been doing this. His expertise is off the charts. Got to get some of these.
Yep. Some of their shrimp imitations. If you're fishing someplace with a lot of floating grass, that PT7.
You're telling me that?
Oh,
you're telling me that?
Yeah, it's amazing.
This is the one I like right here, and where's the pink? Yeah, and the pink one up here.
Yep.
Those are big time. And then, of course, any of these shrimp.
Yep.
So we're still with what guys do. And guys got to wear clothes, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. Clothes, waders, boots. I mean, we've got a selection here from Grundens and Sims. We've mostly, what we carry here is just the strictly technical gear. We got a few casual shirts, things of that nature. But
waders is a common question. Let's go see the waders before we get out of here, because this is a classic. I mean, this is me saying it. I want to get your thoughts. You get what you pay for.
Yes,
you get what you pay for. Yeah, and sometimes you got to bite the bullet. You don't want to be. I used to put all those. Remember those neoprene waders?
Oh yeah.
Put that goop all over them. I had spots. Looked like I got shot 100 times.
Yep.
But what do we have here? Most common. Obviously you can go from anywhere from. I don't know if you can see that. Anywhere from that price down. But what do you say for those weekend guys, the weekday challenged? You want a great wader, but you want to make sure you're not exactly ticking off the better half.
Oh, I understand. We all have a budget.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people have somebody watching that budget.
Exactly.
But, zipper front waders have gotten very popular for convenience. If
Yeah.
you're out in the water and you've got to go,
Yeah.
having to, not having to take all your gear off and everything to do that,
Yeah.
the zipper fronts are really nice. We have the Freestone Z's here. And it's a zipper front wader. It's a material called Torway.
Very
Torway
reasonable.
Yeah, and it's much more reasonably priced.
Mm-hmm.
These are the Gore-Tex waders. Again, the Gore-Tex is a licensed product, incredibly effective, breathable, waterproof, breaks the wind, but again, it's breathable, keeps you relatively cool.
We also got, since we have you here, the question on how to size waders and your boots.
Okay.
What do you say?
Everything we carry are stocking foot. So, if you typically waders are going to come in, the stocking foot's going to be 9 to 11, or you get into like the 12 to 13s. Sims, Grundon's also another high-end wader company. They can custom build waders for you. So if you've got particular measurements, or if you've got a size 15 foot, they can build that for you. Now, there's an additional cost for that, but they can make that happen.
And size up on the boot.
Correct.
Yeah, size up on the boot.
On boots, for example, Sims, their top-end wading boot is called the Free Salt. If you wear a size 10, typically you're going to wear the size 10 Free Salt because they are cut to be worn with waders. They have that extra space in there for the thickness of the.
Well, that's good information right there. Yeah.
Grundon's boots are the same way. Their wading boot is cut to be worn. It's their boundary boot, and it is cut bigger to be worn with waders. Yeah.
All right, let's walk back up to the front. I'm going to ask you a couple more questions as we get ready to fill our tackle box for the week and the weekend. The one thing that a lot of our listeners always ask about, besides the color and the bait and what we're throwing and where we're fishing, is the how. And some of these baits these days just make the how a lot easier. You don't even really need to work them as much as you used to, correct?
That's correct. A lot of for example, the paddle tail soft plastics, like the knocking tails, for example, I mean, that's a bait you can just chunk and wind.
Yeah.
I mean, that when you're reeling that bait in, that tail's moving, that rattle's working. The Corkies, the Fat Boys, it's got a rattle in it also.
Yeah.
It's a very subtle sound, but sound travels so much faster underwater.
And you can work that almost however you want.
Correct.
I mean,
like Caleb's got some videos out there. You bend the tail down, bend the nose down. That lure will run a little deeper, stay down.
Yeah.
Again, there are guys that fish these things year round. They're very popular in the winter, but there's a lot of guys that fish them year round.
Depending on the bait system,
Correct.
I do.
Correct.
Last thing, you got to get a cutter, man. You got to get, here it is, right here. That's my favorite.
That is the boomerang snip.
Yeah.
It cuts braid like butter.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, I've gone through about 3 of them now over the years.
Yeah.
But man, really appreciate it. On some of these spinning reels, last thing, promise. Spinning reels, you got some friends on the boat. Maybe a guide has some customers on the boat. Get a good spinning reel that's going to be there and be durable.
Correct.
What are we talking?
I mean, one of the things I tell people here, because we are a saltwater shop, we don't carry $39 combos because you put them in the salt water once or twice and they're done.
They're done.
So, my philosophy on this, buy once, cry once, go ahead and spend a little more money, get something that has better components, more stainless steel, carbon fiber, things of that nature, aircraft grade aluminum.
Yeah.
Being a saltwater shop, we've sort of weeded out certain brands and models that don't hold up as well in the salt.
Yeah.
We'll fix them here, but we don't, it's not certain models we don't sell for that reason.
Yeah.
There's good stuff here from Daiwa, Penn, Shimano. And for beginning fishermen and things of that nature, the spinners are typically easier to handle. You don't have the issue of backlash.
Yeah.
If you can turn around, cast them into the wind, and you don't have those issues.
And we announced recently that the feeding frenzy is going to be September 21st.
Yes.
People have any questions? I got a hunch you're going to be there.
We will be there.
They can come ask you, talk to you about the stuff.
Yeah.
And what you do with bells on.
Yeah.
And why do you have that guy's picture up there?
Well, Caleb and Mike, they've been doing stuff with us for quite a while.
What are they doing here?
Yeah,
what are they doing? I probably shouldn't say too much because isn't that Caleb's?
That is Caleb's trout mount.
Ooh,
that's
baby.
From Baffin Bay. That fish was 32 inches long, about 9.5 pounds, I believe.
Is that all?
Yeah.
All right, man. You want to fish like a guide, what the guides use? That's a good hint from my guy Mike Butler here at Anglers Anonymous. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast. Don't forget to leave some comments. We like that interaction. It often leads to some great topics and great discussions with people like Mike and everybody else.